We are the south of India, and there is nothing embarrassing about it. There's nothing wrong about it factually, and there's no need to shed that image. Pre-judgment that that sort of like act upon you that needs to be changed. It's reductive to think of it all as हाँ साउथ में ये चलता रहता है यार, कुछ अजीब सा भाषा बोलते हैं और like काम वाम होता है, पर it's all the south. That's very reductive. I feel like यार ये अगर मैं नो कहूँगा इसके लिए I don't know when I'll be offered a character like this next, so ये तो करना ही चाहिए. Shit यार, like life continues. ये होगा वो होगा, ये मतलब सीरीज बनेगा, ये लिव्ड एक्सपीरियंस है इनका, बहुत मेमोरेबल था वो दिन, पर लाइफ जस्ट कंटिन्यूज. Scary how quickly it's integrated itself into our life. So because of that I have employed a lawyer. Insecurity रहेगा.
Here we are on Just Talking with Jaskiran Kapoor, and I am like, gushing like a fan moment for me right now. I am with Roshan Mathew, Zulfi from Darlings, just to jog every North Punjabi's memory. Otherwise, down south, I think everyone knows who Roshan Mathew is. So, hello, Roshan Mathew. Welcome. Welcome to the Cinevestor International Film Festival to Chandigarh. And quickly, I'm going to request you to tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm an actor. I started off with theatre. I've ended up in films now, really enjoying trying to sort of balance both mediums, also trying to cross boundaries and do as much work as possible in as many different languages as I can manage. That's me.
It's interesting because staying here in North, हमें लगता है South is a different world, है ना? And you are from Changisari, if I'm right.
It's called Changanashiri, but good.
Changanashiri, yes. And you are from a normal middle class family, parents were working middle class people.
Yeah.
So, as a child, what were your this thing ke ye wala nahi karna, I don't want to do this, I want to do something else. So were you always like into a drama buzz or kind of thing that child, or you were more like read and observe people, and what were you like growing
I
up?
think ये observe people वाला वो तो चलता ही रहता है ना सबका, especially kids, and like when you start adulting and all, observing other people just happens by default. As a child मेरे को पता नहीं था क्या करना है, मेरे को पता नहीं था क्या अच्छा लगता है, मेरे को किसमें मज़ा आता है, क्या मैं अच्छी तरह से कर सकता हूँ, कुछ पता नहीं था मेरे को. It was a huge identity crisis. I didn't even know what kind of, like, what stream to pick after 10th or what college to join after 12th standard. It was only when I started doing theatre, when I started doing my first professional play, started going for rehearsals, that I felt like यार मेरे को मज़ा आ रहा है इसमें.
Theatre was in school?
Theatre, I did some amount of like school theatre, but at that point I didn't really think about it seriously or anything. It was just कोई और नहीं था करने वाला तो कर लिया मैंने. बुलाए उन लोगों ने. My sister was like senior to me in school by about 4 grades. She used to do theatre, so people naturally assume that उसका भाई भी करेगा. तो
I
बुलाया.
think your mother also encouraged you a lot to do that.
Yeah, I mean, she's her dad. My grandfather used to be an English professor, but he was also a playwright. He was also a theatre director. So
It runs in the family then.
yeah, I guess so. There was some sort of inclination towards it. My dad also has dabbled in it at some point. So I think it was just about discovering that यार इसमें मेरे को इतना मजा आ रहा है कि मैं और करना चाहता हूँ. It was just.
But as an actor, you liked being on stage in the limelight.
Yeah, I like being on stage. I also really enjoyed making plays. I like directing theatre also, and I mean I started doing that in college because there was no one else who was willing to do it, and somebody had to end up becoming the director, so I did that. Then I went to drama school where everybody sort of like creates also, not just acts. And
Drama school down south?
Drama school in Bombay. It's called Drama School Mumbai. Yeah, and then in Kochi I directed again like a play because there was not too much theatre happening in Kochi और मेरे को करना था. There was this craving and it came to a point where अब करना है तो खुद करना पड़ेगा. So I ended up becoming the director of a play, and that continues. I enjoy telling stories through theatre.
What kind of stories?
Well, I would like to say all kinds, but I really haven't done that much theatre to say that I've covered all kinds of stories in the world or anything. But it's a different experience for me from cinema, and my approach is also different. In theatre, I somehow feel like the plays that I do have to be entertaining. It has to be fun. I want an audience to come in, and when things start happening on stage, I want them to not want to look at their phone or not want their minds to wander. I want them to just be entertained and thoroughly having fun.
In North we see थोड़ा सा theatre घट रहा है this because OTT है, streaming platforms हैं, lot of other forms of entertainment and modes of consuming entertainment. How is it as we move south? Because Madhya Pradesh in the center is a home and house of theatre. East has its own center.
Yeah.
Probably Rajasthan and Punjab, we have street theatre. Bombay, of course, Delhi. How is the scene south, and how is the audience still very connected and rooted to theatre?
Yeah, there's a very vast and vibrant history of theatre in the south. You know, you take Karnataka, you take a place like Udupi, or you take Kerala in Kollam, in Trivandrum, or in northern Kerala in Palakkad. There's in Kannur. There's always been theatre happening in Chennai. Again, like there's a long history of Tamil theatre. So it's always been there. I think in most parts of the country, definitely, and especially if you take a place like Tamil Nadu or Kerala, the cultural history or like the history of arts in these places are so varied and so huge that theatre's always been like one of the major parts of it, and it continues even now, even with all the factors which are acting against it, even with the advent of mobile phones and like home theater systems and films just sort of becoming this larger than life industry. Theater still continues to thrive, and I just from the fact that it's thrived for this long, I feel like it will always continue to thrive.
So, when is it that you started getting offers? Ki acha, movies, let's try the movies also. And for our audience, you've just acted in Paradise. Paradise is all out. Sri Lankan film by Prasanna Vithanage, if
Yeah.
I'm getting the name correct. And it's quite a moving film about a couple who are caught in this crossfire and the whole thing. I saw bits and pieces of it on the net. And of course, Poacher, the Netflix series, and you're in the heart of Amazon series. Sorry, the streaming giant is going to get after me. And you're in the heart of jungle in both.
Yeah.
So we'll come to it, but first, movies. When you got the offer, which was the first, and you just said, "Fine, let's try."
So it was the third film that I did in Malayalam. It was a coming of age story of a bunch of college friends on a tour. It released and it did really well in the theaters. And on the day it released,
Name was.
the name of the film was Anandam, which basically means happiness.
I think it's also on OTT.
Yeah,
I've
it was,
seen trailers of it. Yes,
Yeah.
very quirky. So we must watch it.
Yeah, so that film did really well. While I was watching a show of that film on the day it released, that I got a call from an unknown number, and they were like, "Hey, we have this story. We're making a film, and we want to tell you the story of it." So I said, "Okay, cool. So where do I have to come for the audition?" So the person on the phone said, "No, it's not an audition. It's a narration." So I was like, "Huh? What does that mean?" And this person was like, "No, that means we want to tell you the story, and if you like it, we would like you to do the film." So I was like, "Hold on, आप मेरे को दे रहे हो काम ऐसे ही बिना ऑडिशन के मतलब I don't have to pass some test and nothing." So that was the first call that I got, and that's the first hint that work can come to you, that it can come find you where you're sitting. And at that point I felt euphoric. I felt like यार ये मतलब बहुत सही चीज़ है, because it's been years when this audition circle has been happening, and I was very happy that it happened. And then later my opinion on that slightly started changing, but that's where it began, I think.
Opinion as in, and
I feel like when you audition for a part in a film and you go in for a shoot, you go in with some sort of assurance that the director has already seen you and seen some part of the character in you, and they trust you to be able to portray this character. When you're offered a film, you pick it and you decide to go do it. You go in on the first day of shoot not knowing yourself whether you have the character in you, and you have to go there and discover. And this is whole bunch of people watching, also very keenly looking at whether ये कर पाएगा कि नहीं, ये हो पाएगा कि नहीं, ये character हमारे लिए. So
Darlings was that first. Darlings was that film that was.
No, that was
Choked.
another Malayalam film. Choked, I was invited to do. Choked was offered to me. Darlings, I auditioned for. Muthon, I auditioned for. Kude, I auditioned for. So all of the films that I've auditioned for, I've gone in with that sort of assurance, and it's a huge lifeline to hold on to on your first day of shoot.
Did you audition for Paradise, Poacher, and now Ulaj, Alia Bhatt production?
I auditioned for Poacher, Paradise, and Ulaj were offered.
So Poacher audition was के survival in the jungle for one night.
नहीं अब वो तो मैं कर पाऊंगा. मैं हूँ केरला से. I've survived in the jungle before.
I was listening to the session, the leech part of it.
Yeah.
Elephants are more dangerous over there, actually.
I mean, elephants can be dangerous, definitely, as all animals can be if you aren't respectful enough. And because of if we get into that discussion, there are a lot of other factors that we must address which are making elephants dangerous, or like a threat to human life and property. But that's a different conversation altogether. I'm just saying, like with survival in jungle, you just have to make sure that you're not a disrupting force when you're in a
Be
jungle.
part of it.
Yeah, and you can make your way out alive. But Richie articulates it beautifully. A jungle's a place where if you go and stand and do absolutely nothing, the jungle will consume you.
Roshan, when you're picking a project, what kicks in first, the director in you or the actor? And you're doing multiple languages. There's English, there's Hindi, there's Malayali, there's Tamil.
Yeah.
So, do you think that also enriches you as a artist? Because I heard you talking also in the session. It was very interesting. You said कि sameness बड़ा boring हो जाएगा. The diversity makes it more interesting.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about this? Like, with Rana Naidu, there's an entire cast from down south, and what an explosive cast. And you just suddenly, it's an eye opener कि यार कहाँ थे तुम?
Yeah.
है ना? So, how are you celebrating this diversity and crossover? And are we now going to shed that image of South, which we've seen very colorful on DD days? It's very typical with an accent.
yeah.
So is that image shedding? Are you now finding it easier to get the barriers down and work?
I don't think that image needs to shed, because the fact is that we are the south of India and there is nothing embarrassing about it. There's nothing wrong about it factually, and there's no need to shed that image. It's not a title that is wrong in any way.
See, we are shedding the preconceived assumed image,
Yeah, it's that.
which we had during like DD days.
Exactly. So it's that prejudgment that you that sort of like act upon you that needs to be changed, and that's it's a lot of conditioning over a lot of years that has led to that. So it's going to take time, but the more specific we get, I feel like we can find a way out of it, which means let's not look at it from a very broad lens and try to categorize everything into these 2 or 3 ways that are comfortable for us with our limited knowledge. Let's try and go into it specifically. Let's try and see how unique cultures are, how unique people are, how many different languages are being spoken, what is different in all of these languages. Let's go into specifics like that, so that we learn to identify and we learn to celebrate the uniqueness of it all. I think that's where the key lies. Otherwise, it's just it's reductive to think of it all as हाँ साउथ में ये चलता रहता है यार, कुछ अजीब सा भाषा बोलते हैं और like काम वाम होता है, पर it's all the south. That's very reductive, I feel.
There's also this thing that, when you go south, they are very professional projects done very fast. It's
Yeah.
tuck. They're experimenting with a lot of storytelling and genres, which is not in North. Why do you think that's the way? Or is it a way of thinking, living?
I mean,
Is it your conditioning?
I am qualified probably to only answer it from the perspective of Malayalam cinema, but with Malayalam at least, it's definitely a matter
What
of.
sets Malayalam cinema apart from everything?
I don't think I'm the right person to draw any sort of conclusion about it. There's some incredible work happening in Malayalam, and I've just sort of felt very grateful to be working there at this point when all this work is happening. I don't know what the reasons are. I just know that things happen faster and maybe quicker and seem to happen in an easier sort of way because there are lesser hoops to jump through. It's a smaller industry. It's people who are connecting with other people genuinely as human beings, and everything is sort of everything feels like it's a phone call away, and everyone's a possible collaborator.
And I think also because when you're doing a interesting idea, वो होता है ना, जैसे आई वाज स्पीकिंग विद नुहाश हुमायूं, ही सेड हॉरर फिल्म्स का इतना मजा आता है कि बजट कम होते हैं बिकॉज यू नीड लाइक अ स्मॉल स्पेस, इट्स अ स्मॉल स्टोरी, यू आर नॉट बॉर्डर्ड बाय कि कहाँ से मनी आएगा. आई थिंक सेम इज विद मलयाली सिनेमा. दिस इज स्मॉल आइडिया, इट्स अ नाइस स्मॉल फिल्म एंड इट डज फिनोमिनल बिजनेस. आई थिंक दे गॉट द इकोनॉमिक्स राइट. बट देन व्हेन यू पिक अ प्रोजेक्ट लाइक आई आस्क्ड, does the director in you kick in or the actor, like say for Darlings or for now Paradise and Poacher? When such projects are approaching you, what kicks in first and how do you say yes to a project?
It's always the actor that kicks in first because I'm primarily employed as an actor, and my experience lies in acting. I've directed some plays, I've directed theatre, and even while I'm acting in a play, I don't think the director really kicks in unless it does subconsciously and I don't realize it. But in film, for sure, it's always the actor because that's the role that I have to play. I have to be an actor and I have to be a tool to my director to execute their vision, and I'm very clear about that. And in film, at least, director direction is not something that I'm even actively thinking about. There's so much left to explore as an actor. There are so many people I want to collaborate with as an actor. There are many more projects to go before I even if I start to think about directing. And criteria for picking a project is always different. It's always different set of reasons for different films. So I've never been able to really narrow it down to one particular reason, or maybe even three. But sometimes it's the people. More often than not, that's a factor that always remains. It has to have people that I want to collaborate with, people who inspire me, who I'm excited to work with. Then sometimes it's a character that I feel like I won't get the opportunity to play again, hence I shouldn't miss out on this opportunity.
Which character?
Oh, there's a series that I've done called Khan Khajura. It's
Yeah, it's going to come out now.
come out on
हाँ.
Sony Live. That's a character that I read and I felt like यार ये अगर मैं no कहूँगा इसके लिए I don't know when I'll be offered a character like this next, so ये तो करना ही चाहिए.
Vijay Verma is there with you? No.
No. Mohit. Yeah, Mohit
Yes.
Rana is it.
Mohit Rana, and this is about a
Yeah.
convict who is released early from the jail.
Yeah, how do you know so much about it?
I'm a net junkie. I read it.
Yeah. So that's a character that I felt like, yeah, I shouldn't give up on. I shouldn't lose this opportunity. Darlings is a film that I did for the people. I was excited by the co-actors, and I felt like अब इनके साथ मेरे को करना है ये सीन्स, जो भी सीन्स मेरे को है करने को है, ये सब इनके साथ है, तो मेरे को करना है ये फिल्म इनके साथ काम करने के लिए. Choked was a film that the moment Anurag sir called me, I knew I wanted to say yes to the film, whatever he could call me
Because
for.
it's Anurag.
Yeah, because it's Anurag sir. So similarly, there are like directors like that who, if they call me, I'll just say yes
Prasanna ji was
blindly.
one of them.
Prasanna sir, I said yes to because after my first meeting with him, I figured out that he was on a journey that was very exciting. It was unlike anything else I had done before, and I wanted to be on that journey with him. It was after my first meeting with him. Until then, I didn't know if I wanted to do the film.
So you don't bother कि आगे क्या होगा, commercials क्या है, how successful. You work because the project appeals to you and the people in it appeal to you.
Yeah.
All right. And Paradise and Poacher, any particular memory that sticks out, which is going to stay with you forever? It can be any, funny, happy, sad, very surprising.
Yeah, with Poacher, it was my first time playing a real life person on scene, portraying, a real life person on screen as a character in a story. And that was a process I found very, very interesting because as actors, we tend to, it's very easy to get indulgent and it's very easy to over dramatize or over emphasize an emotional point that the character is traveling through. When you meet a person who has lived that story and it's been a while since they lived that story and their life has been going on and other events have happened, sometimes even bigger events have happened, sometimes no bigger events have happened, but whatever, as long as you see this living representation of shit, यार, like life continues. ये होगा वो होगा, ये मतलब सीरीज बनेगा, ये lived experience है इनका, बहुत memorable था वो दिन, पर life just continues. So that there's a grounding quality to that which was very memorable for me while I was doing Poacher. I met the man and I felt like he's lived that story and then he's moved on. So there is a life for that character before and after that story, unless your character dies in the story. So, and that was a very important learning. I mean, it's a thought that obviously has occurred to me before. जैसे हम as actors हम काम करते हैं ना, या ये character का childhood क्या हुआ होगा, इसका back story क्या है, ये सब हम करते हैं as an acting exercise. But to see that in front of you was a very special experience. And on Paradise, it was just I worked with some of my closest people. Rajiv Ravi who shot it, Darshana Rajendran was my co-actor in it, Prasanna sir who directed it, and then Mahendra Pereira, Sham Fernando, people who worked on Paradise. It was just the people.
Just the people.
Yeah,
okay.
it was just such a memorable experience because of the people who were involved in it.
We've had sessions on AI. So would you as an actor look at your contract very carefully कि मेरा कहीं AI replica or something doesn't come into it? Like how would you react to this technology that has become such a seamless part of our life?
Yeah, it's scary how quickly it's integrated itself into our life. But
Are you a tech?
No, I'm not tech savvy at all. I'm like quite a few years behind on everything tech. My friends constantly make fun of me. But
Join the club.
yeah, so because of that, I have employed a lawyer who will look at these clauses in a contract.
So as an actor, when you get success, what has smartened you? What are the things that you're now doing? Like you hired a lawyer.
Yeah, so I did that. And I don't know.
Accountant to handle the money. The checks that are going to come now.
I mean, those are things that happen anyway on the side. Apart from that, I don't know if anything changes. I mean, you don't really wake up feeling like है, मतलब the whole world is my oyster and I can go out there and do whatever. You don't really have that.
Believe me, stars start believing that.
I feel like at this point it feels like such a distant reality that it might never come true, and I don't really wish for it to come true also, because being an actor by default comes with a certain level of insecurities, and I feel like that's always going to be there, and I've my work has been to accept the fact that भाई ये तो रहेगा, ये insecurity रहेगा. Every day you will feel like you're a fluke, every day you will feel like you're faking it, and every day you'll have to fight that to wake up the next morning and go back on set and still try to do this job.
All right. Thanks, Roshan. It was lovely talking to you, and I hope that you go to set every day and give us some marvelous pieces of work which we look forward to across the country. And please keep watching Just Talking, like and subscribe.
And please like and subscribe. Yeah.